It's what it is. Scratching the surface. You know what it is.
Yes, Lance. Easy. We're back.
Scratching the surface.
Yes.
Back in business.
Back in business.
Yeah, man, definitely. I was zoned out there for a minute. I think, when are you going to start?
I was thinking then.
What's going on?
Oh,
What's been happening? Yeah, well, nothing. No, Neville's been getting on with his with the Instagram and the social media side of things, haven't you? Yeah, try to keep it ticking. I've been writing a book. I'm sure people know by now. So I have had to take myself back a little bit so I can concentrate on writing that book, because when you keep going to it, coming back from it, it can get, just makes it get long and you get lost where you was at. So you have to treat it like a job and sit there and get the book done. So that is why I am off the scene a lot at the minute, but I still support my man Tro with what he's doing.
Yeah. It's been a learning curve. It's been a learning curve, man. Obviously, I took on it. We didn't go and be like the forefront of things. We just wanted to just let the content do its work for us. You got what I mean? But then obviously, you know, people came through us talking about a pipe dream, and you know, things happen. Things happening. You know, we'll keep it, you know, as it is. Do you get what I mean? Things happen in life. Do you get what I mean? But it's not going to stop us from doing what we're doing. Do you get what I mean? And I say this, that from us, we're a community aspect. Like we're a community person. Obviously, we still want to send a message. What else is it now? You know, people talk. They say the thing is that they say that, you know, we want to talk about to talk about the historical moments, which I understand, and we've tried to get away from.
But listen, on that bugs me so much, because the only place you hear let's not talk about the history is in the situations like ours, because the father, it's a well-known fact, yeah. Philosophers, you know, people who the elites. You know, the farther back in history you go, the farther in the future you can see. History, you study history and philosophy, and that will teach you so much, you know, unless you're going to go down a certain degree like law or doctoring, you know, medical, something. History is so important, and we keep getting told to forget our history. No, let's learn off our history. And let's see where we went wrong and see what we can change moving forward. And people stop telling us. The police and the government already tried to wipe out the names of the streets, yeah? And then you're all backing them like, yeah, we can't talk, we got to forget about this. No, because it happened. And you people say they want lived experience. Make your mind up, because you want lived experience, you get me? And then you say, no, but we shouldn't be talking about this, talking about that. So who do you want to talk to about it then? You want to hear it from people who have read it out of a book, or have studied it in a class? Or do you want to hear of it from the people who have lived it? And another thing, sorry Lance, let me just finish quickly, because what I've noticed, yeah, a lot of people, I've been to a few meetings, conducted myself right, never been called back, yeah? We've been certain places, no one wants to talk to us. Now I do get that, but I've always said to people, if you want to get the guys with the lion in the heart, yeah, you're going to go and get loads of people off the streets and maybe change their life. But you want them tough guys, yeah, them tough cookies to crack, yeah, who was soldiers, and they've got soldier mentality. Then you have to work with people like us that might not toe the line. We might not be yes sir, no sir, 3 bags, 4 sir. But you're saying you want to reach kids that can't be reached, but yet you can't even sit down with us and work something out when we're trying to bridge the gap.
Yeah, so I think that's a massive thing that you just said there, and I think there's 2 parts to it, innit? So you're trying to tread this path where you're learning from your previous mistakes, and learning from your previous experiences, and you're trying to incorporate yourself in a different type of mentality and lifestyle.
Yeah, try to uplift ourselves and other people.
And that's difficult enough as it is for you, and you can understand how difficult that must be for young people of your mentality.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Then you're getting into rooms with people who say they want to help you, but then
no one wants to talk to us or ask us nothing.
Probably maybe looking at you with that mentality and not giving you. So the question is, how do you jump? How do you step out of that shadow? How do you step out of that shadow, and who's giving you the chance and the opportunity to prove that you've got the ability, even though you may not talk
ourselves
way,
now,
you may not know certain lingo in certain circles, but how can they? So basically, we're talking about people who are going to offer these opportunities. It needs to be a full spectrum offer where
it
does
does.
the people as
Not
well
yes.
with no prejudice behind it, and that's to be honest as well, rather than just.
Well, look at this year. We've been doing this year. We've done this year. We've not gone. We've got a CIC. Let's just start banging in funding and this and that. We're trying to just use things out of our own pocket. We're not in a place where we want to be running the CIC properly. We've got it there, but we've got other things going on. We've got loads of different things going on. But my objective is still the community,
things will come
giving back.
in time.
Things will come in time. But like everything we're doing is out of our own pocket. Now we're trying to reach out to people, like understanding, like it's not going to be like it's not. This is not opulent, and you know it's like this is not Knutsford. It's things are going on. You get, I mean, this is real life situations. Like I spoke about something the other day, which obviously I don't know. Like when I was 17, I went to London and I had to go and get some heat. Do you get what I mean? Obviously, it's not the thing you were talking about. It's something that I was talking about when you wear your heart on your sleeve all the time, or you're that guy, or who's going to go into, who's the first one to go through the door, who's going to jump in a car, who's going to be the one that takes that mission with the man then. It's always my name that pops up, yes. You know, I was saying to you, and I took a lot of L's with that. People, I put it in, I always send lots of messages at it. I don't just do something, but people don't read. The people take one thing and just and take it out of context, like, oh well, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. I can't get everything right. It's just from my perspective. I'm not saying I got on train and go and get guns from London. I'm saying I took that risk. I was a kid. I put myself out there, 17 years old. I had elders that I looked up to that probably should have put me in a better light. But you know, I don't think he's trying to wear my heart on my sleeves. It wasn't always right, and I took a lot of L's from it. I took a lot of losses. Do you get what I mean? So that's the message in itself. Don't look at what I'm doing in one thing. Look at the whole context of the page. I'm trying to push for peace.
You know that lived experience that people like to talk about. There's a man here doing it, and he gets shit left, right, and centre, but he's doing something. At least he's doing something. He's not just sitting there, just hating on everyone and watching everyone. And you know what? Why are people not supporting? It's a button. You can hit that button, yeah? You know the man.
That red button's hard to push, man.
And a man can't ever support each other by just saying, like, you know what? Man will still to this day and age rather sit back and flip past and think, oh yeah, fucking... But what are they doing? What are they doing to change things? You get me? And sometimes,
we're just being real. We're not rapping things behind the wall, man.
Check this out, yeah? You think we don't? You just said, yeah, guys like us still battle with these feelings. You think we don't look online and we see things like fucking man's putting the crew's name up and all that? And you know what I mean? It just means, you know what? This is for educational purposes only, yeah? Doddington were one of the most fucked up, ruthless, ragtag bunch of misfits, yeah, that you could ever find, yeah? And we were always the underdogs, and we thrived off being the underdogs,
This is what I'm trying to say,
yeah?
A man said to me, why are you saying that we were the underdogs? No one understands,
We're
yeah?
the
Everything was
underdogs,
against us all the time. Everything was against us all the time, yeah? And we stuck out with, you know, we're not trying to...
But don't, please, not take bad man for fool. Because, yeah, that we're out here trying to do a thing, yeah?
I think what I see as well, and I follow you on occasion, don't I? Go, bro.
Oh, when I see you, when I see like if I put something out there and I see Lance, I'm like, oh, what is it? Oh no! I was like, what have I done? But I know he's gonna come with something, and I know Lance on his face.
What I believe on your story is from what the original project was, and going from that mentality of being in them trenches and getting to this age and being thankful for being alive, but then having this realization and this change of thought process at this age, after that trauma for that long and that ingrained mentality, I've been on my own journey doing that, figuring myself out without any of that. So for me personally, and what I think might invoke a lot of feelings in other people is it's fascinating, and this is what the world is, voyeuristic. They want to see this, and this is I'll come to it in a second. So for me, for you guys, it was something that I was like, I'm in. I like it, I appreciate it, and as long as so that's why when I see you doing something, I'm going. I think from this side of the world, I can see what's happening because I've had a friend who's always been like you, man. I've had one foot within that world, but I've never been part of that world. So I get a certain mentality,
but
and then like you're saying, I've been on my journey, so I appreciate where you man are at now. So when I'm seeing you post something, and just getting to the point of what we're just saying there, what I think happens is, your example there of what you just said is, I've got this story and I'm telling it from this, but in the way we tell our stories, because we know there's always a man then watching, there's a man watching, it's always said with a little bit of pride.
It has to be.
A little bit because it's a memory, and what the civilians don't see is they just see glorification.
Yeah,
and what you, man, what I think is something that...
What else gets glorified? What else gets glorified?
We're going to come to what you, man, need to do to counteract that, I think, is always doubled down on the, like you just said there, you said this with all this heart and that's what they listened to, but what they didn't hear is, and I know I was stupid because you only said it once quietly at the end of the sentence. But I know that's your journey. Your journey is grass. Well, not stupid. Don't I regret it? So if you can say all that and go, yo, it was sick, but fucking hell, man, and then double down on the content.
It's like
allow people not to only focus on the glorification.
Everyone's watching everything you put out there.
The world themselves, you can't have it both ways. Like you said. You don't want me if I'm in Knutsford, but you don't want me talking about good shit. What do you want me to do? Do you get what I mean? So you've always got a certain set of people who want to hear.
I go to Knutsford, I go to Knutsford trying to show people, like, trying to come out of the box, trying to live. And then they're like, we don't want to see that hood shit, we don't want to see that Knutsford stuff. Put it back. You're going off the context. And then it's like,
but this is where it comes to.
There's a whole, just let me say this, and then carry on, Lance, because this is really interesting what we're talking about. Right, so the whole mentality of the way people look at us. A person said to me one time when we was on a meeting, and a person said to me, I was trying to describe something, and I said the youngers, and then the person then was talking to Andy Burnham. So the person then come and said, bless her, she's saying it for the right reasons. You've got to stop using terminology like that, because that's what will get the youngsters in trouble, say youngsters and this and that. Now, to me, that is not our problem. So we young black and brown and estate kids live, no matter what colour they are, how these estate kids live, and how they talk, you're now gonna, what's that word called when they racially profile it? You want to racially profile clothes first, now you try to racially profile words. So what happens when a young white kid in a college says it? The youngers, you're not going to racially profile that. No. You get me? But you don't want the youths in the hood to say it. Well, that's how we talk.
And I think what they're disrespecting there is that's a certain bit of culture. When you're saying youngsters, you're just using terminology.
Terminology from our hood, how we grew up, how we talk, from our culture.
You now going, I've got youngers who are running to
exactly.
doing this for me. They're just going to always be my youngers because they're the words I use.
That's the words we use. So it used to be the youths.
Breaking down the narratives, kind of maybe in them rooms, having them conversations and going, just so you know when I say
terminology, but listen to me. But terminology, but listen to this, like terminology, I get it all the time. Like it pisses me off with the kids, man. Like like I'll go see my son's older brothers in it. They're like 21, and they be like, yo, say nothing. I'm like, say nothing. What does say nothing mean? Or like, sticky one spells. You get me? I'm like, yo, these kids.
That's who's getting it.
If they're still stuck in a paradigm where the language that they associate with youth violence and which is actually when you look at JD Sports, when you look at TikTok, this is just
this is the language.
There's a difference between understanding.
There is, because everyone looks at the black community, and youngsters in a negative. The first thing you're thinking is a negative way. Not everybody, but a lot of people.
Because it's not just black, it's black and white. And all of them are going through it, all of them.
In different estates. Personally, in our
black estates,
it was black, brown, and a few whites. But we didn't care. Whoever joined the crew, whoever rolled with us, the colour didn't matter. But it was majority black and brown. That's just the way it is. Other places are going to be majority white, and they're going to be just in there. Salford, the white boys shooting each other up. Liverpool, the white boys shooting each other up. How comes these places don't get racially profiled with language and clothes and this and that? You get me?
There's many paradigms and there's people who would have that argument as well in it. But I think just bringing it back to what we said before, they're good points, and these are the things that you're trying to battle with in terms of. So these are the sticky points that you're having with getting
it's finding ourselves
ACIC as well. Both of those organisations that are trying to tell these stories to the people who are going to take them in properly and to help within a city, to help like youth communities and young culture like this. These sticking points that you're getting, what are your plans to meet? So let's say what have been the troubles with getting venues and getting setups and getting things done, and how do you plan to solve things?
You mean like logistically,
talking to
people? We just want to find somewhere where we could just do content and just do what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? And it's finding the balance, because I have to get sorry, brother. I have to find a balance, I have to find a balance, So like, we've worked with you. I love working with you. Everything fits perfectly. Do you know what I mean? But We're not rich, do you get what I mean? But we understand. No, listen, but we understand. For what we get off you, it's worth the money, do you get what I mean? That's why I think I can relax. I get more than my money's worth. I get information. I get told, well, this, that. And I'll say something, you look into it like, no, well, you don't just come back with something like, you know what I mean? So I love all that, do you get what I mean? We have a talk, we have a discussion. I show you respect, you show me respect, do you get what I mean? And that's just how what a bird thinks. So we've got to think, I understand it. So like, I want to keep that, but it's working with the money that we've got. And just trying to, I just want to be able to just do what we're doing. I'm happy here doing what we're doing.
Take logistics out of it, because this might come to your book as well. And we've got Money Green in the building.
Yes,
I
feel like you made a jump in on the comment.
The fact that you just didn't get me, but I had to just.
No, go on.
So then, let's take the logistics out of it. Let's say we just keep coming to a space, and you can always find a space to film, because it doesn't matter about the building. What are the voices that you're looking to hear?
Oh, right.
What are the stories?
All right, yeah. I want to hear from the older generation. I think the older generation have got a lot of stories to tell. The generation has seen the community. Right? We have not seen a community that's been together. The older generation have before all the guns and the guns and the way that they explain everything, we can't comprehend it because we've never seen it. But I love the stories. We want to hear from the older generation, the unity, the way they were together, the struggles of what they had to go through to get all the riots and how it brought them together. How we all knew each other. How gentrification's changed from now. But go on.
I'd say we'd also like to hear from youngsters, how they're growing up now, how they see living now and opportunities now, and also I'd love to have people women. I'd love to have all people who represent organisations come and talk to us, tell us what they're doing. We could have someone here from the Windrush Centre, tell us what you're doing, because I don't know what they're doing. You get me? I know they're giving out opportunities and this and that, but you have to go and find out what's going on. So let's have people come on. I'd love to talk to people.
Debates,
who can
dialects,
tell us what they were doing for this community, for the community.
A debate, you know, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to. We're not on a thing of one. You know, come and argue it out with us. Argue it out with us. Let's talk it out with it.
So in this case, I know something that's been on both your minds that we started talking about.
Bridging the gap, professional and whatever. Bridging the gap.
So let's just, because I think a debate that could be coming from you guys, which might be good to get a panel on. Is this conversation about trying to eradicate what Mossad is? Because I think I was speaking to somebody about this the other day, and it was off of your post that you're talking about. We're talking about essentially it's a form of gentrification.
It is gentrification.
When you think what's going to develop over the 70 years and what's already been happening.
Let's stop talking about it. Then let's move them all out.
At the same time, this is, I think, the sticky point. There's a fair argument for not, and this is when I say fair, this is what we're talking about for not letting that bad what has been a bad cloud over our side become its heritage and become its history. And I think this is where, when you're arguing with people, I think there's some people who might see it in a black and white sense of, well, you can never get rid of that.
Polarised,
and you man are trying to go, we can't get rid of the history, but we should understand the time, and it's not that anymore. That's your fight now, right? So I think there's a podcast there where you get a couple of people on your side and a couple of people who might support the idea of changing the name and getting rid of all the streets and talk about it, like you say, dialects.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
It would take a middle ground to be able to keep it, and it would take a collective effort to keep the names and change the history.
Well, let me just get something straight though. No one is ever trying to what's the word?
Gentrify.
Make it good, make it look good.
Oh yeah, it's not making it look good. No.
What did you say before? You're gonna have to cut this and just get it.
No, it's not getting cut, man.
What's that thing?
You know what you're saying? The way
make it look good. No one's here trying to make it look good.
Glorify
it, yeah. No one is here trying to glorify it. Just because we're sat here talking about something that actually happened, yeah, doesn't mean we're glorifying it. Stop putting everything on a negative spin. Because I've just said it before, the best way to move forward is to look at the history. But when it comes to us, and when it doesn't fit the narrative, they're telling us, forget the history. Your history is negative. No, it's not, because there was some Mossad bred activists. Yeah, Mossad bred strong people who now are doing, look at Money Green, people who have come out and lived it, and it's these people who will be fighting for the rights of people in Mossad still, and all that, so I'll never forget the history.
Let me say this.
What do we do? We forget all the people that died?
No, let me finish this.
Let's forget everyone who died.
Like I said to me, this gives us a place where we can mourn our dead, innit? That's all I'm saying. Mossad will always change. 100 years from now on, yeah, they will sweep it, they're sweeping it all away, but leave somewhere where we can never. Well, I'm still here, yeah. I'm going to
keep... Friday and the carnival.
Well, the carnival's
carnival, the carnival.
They're taking the carnival away, innit?
Yeah.
Well, I think actually, you know what, just to bring it round, I think you're completely right. I think there's a sick conversation there, and I think just to wrap it up, I think there's a middle ground where getting rid of it is what everyone's worried about. I think your fight here to kind of go, listen, let's just understand what it is, and let's keep the elements that are meaningful to the generations.
Yeah, because it'd be good to hear why people what's to stop talking about
it.
Yeah,
man.
And going forward, I think the last thing is just, I think what they're worried about, the people with no insight, would be the way kids can be influenced.
Okay.
And I think you going, then just listen, this is our goal, because your goal is to go, then get us in, so we can go, we are not glorifying it. But on TikTok, we ain't got time to always be, we're not glorifying it though. Just understand the whole concept of the channel is to not glorify it. Sometimes we're going to sound like we're back in the day, because we were there. And I think if you fight that fight, and you know what I'm saying, I think there's a lot of value that can come from the mentality that you've got.
This is what I'm saying, I'm going to wrap it up. From behind the scenes, there's a lot of politics going on, there's a lot of man going through a lot of stuff. When it comes time for us to speak up, we're the only ones pushing peace, we're the only ones that have got beach and finger on one side. I've got a man we've got concierges, I've got a man on the other side that I can talk to, so it's a lot more better than what it used to be, If there's a problem that arises, I can phone that man, or he can phone me and say, you know what, something's out of line or whatever, and we can delegate it and try and put things together. But that's coming a long way as men, do you get what I mean? So don't look on what's going on, look what's going on behind the scenes, what you don't see, do you get what I mean? And then someone brought something the other day, I know they're going through their own little thing, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to push peace out there. I went to the grey side, I tried reminiscing on all the dead soldiers or whatever else, and I pushed a message out there, let's just try and push for peace. That's all I put it out, I put it out there, I put things out about Geach saying, well, this and that. I'm not here to stay on one side, I'm a realist, you get what I mean? So that's it as it is.
Nice. And then finally, what I just want to get back to, just coming to your book, is this, just tell us a little bit more about what the book's going to be about, first of all.
My book is about my life growing up from a kid in Moss Side, through being young, starting off wagging school, then getting involved, getting chased around and getting involved. But I've also dropped in it a lot of history about Moss Side. There's a lot of things that people don't know, like the suffragettes. They were suffragettes, Mary. Right, the leader of the suffragettes, she's gone from here now. She was from Moss Side, you get me? So Moss Side has had rebellion in it from a long time. And there's a lot of other things, I put a lot in there that people don't even know, not just Moss Side, just the outskirts of Manchester. There was a massacre in St. Petersfield where monks got mowed down by Salford people. And then the Cavaliers, there's a whole lot. So I've tried to put a lot of history in there and bring it up to date and then carry on. I love history and then carry it on through my life and where I'm at now with my son. And my son's got micro-deletion. So now my son is my crew, my family is my crew, and that's where I'm ending the book, where I'm at now. Okay.
And then in terms of that process there, I mean, obviously, I think there's a whole other set of things to talk about, kind of having a son with a condition.
There's all aspects of our lives, there's all aspects.
There's going to be stuff in that in the book, and you say you love history. How much of that is kind of your lived experience, or how much is you enjoying going and finding this stuff out?
Do you know what? To be honest with you, sometimes when I'm looking this stuff up, I'm finding it so interesting because I love history anyway. And when I first started writing, it was a chore. I'm actually starting to enjoy it now, and I'm starting to enjoy knowing things that I didn't even know about my own area. So I'm enjoying both. I'm enjoying both parts.
We were talking before this about the fact of how hard you find it. You said and you found it hard. Has it been a revelation to you? Again, talking about where we're coming from and the paths that we're on trying to better ourselves. Has it been a revelation to you that now you're enjoying it and suddenly, I'm a writer and I enjoy research? Is that?
Do you know what? On that point, let me say quickly before I forget. On that point, people know, that true crime is a multi-billion-pound industry. They love it, and they want to put out shows like Top Boy and whatever them other ones are. Where you got people, gangster families running around, gangs of London, all kinds. They love it, but they never want to come and talk about our life, the real shit, what happened. They'll never put that out there. But yet they want to go and sit in front of Netflix and watch some made-up gangster shit. Well, I say to people who were involved, get out there, tell your story, make your money from your story, whether it be a book or whatever you want to do, and I'd love to do something.
Get what you came for, man,
I'd love to do a group thing, where we've done something on YouTube and we follow different people around, like a little mini-series. That'd be amazing. We just get different people, Anyway, enough said.
So keep an eye out for the book. What's the book going to be called?
The book's called Quite a British Hood.
Right.
Yeah.
And the author?
I didn't even actually, I
Author
forgot.
is who?
Gavin Smith. Yeah.
There
you go.
Yeah, scratching the
Look out,
surface,
it'll be out for the summertime, man. So you can read it on your sun lounger. Yeah, where you're catching the sun. Yes, man.
Don't let the world grind you down, because again,
We
we're
won't.
going to get everyone on side, and I think again, whether it's for everyone else or just for yourselves and your family, what you're doing, the journey is amazing.
Nah, it's definitely.
It's coming from a good place, it's coming from a good place, man. Alright, peace, man.
Lance.
Scratching the surface, man. Out.
Respect for all the
All supporters. Yeah, man, thank you for all the supporters, man.
Scratching the surface. You know what it is.